Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Tonight, on Robotwars Extreme, the big guns take over in our All-Stars quarter-final! The All-Stars tournament features 16 of Robotwars' most destructive robots, and now only the meanest remain. But are you guys ready for it? Well, they're ready. They're ready to riot. And Jonathan, what a tournament it's been, mate.
Craig, remember when Chaos 2 threw Exterminator, Behemoth, blazed Hypnodist? The judges went crazy for the wild thing. Willy Big Cheese grated Dietor, the Pussycat clawed away past Stinger, Tornado blew hot against the three stegs, Firestorm doused Panic Attack, and Razor's victory against Gemini was twice as nice. Phew, I've only got two to talk about here, that's good. The flippers of Willy Big Cheese against Chaos 2, first up in the All-Stars Tournament quarterfinals.
Well, Jonathan, I'm in the pit. It's Chaos 2 up against Willy Big Cheese. Chaos 2, have you fought them before?
We've not fought this incarnation of the robot. We fought the original Big Cheese.
Little Flipper against Big Flipper. How do you rate your chances?
Well, it's a very good robot, so it'll be a tough fight, but we'll do our best.
Get in that arena. And the opponents, the Willy Big Cheese team. Roger, what a draw to be drawn up against the #1 seed, the reigning champion. Do you think that's a bit unlucky?
No, we'll thrash him.
And you have fought him before, but not with this robot.
Yeah, with the Big Cheese, previous one to this. We nearly got him then, but we made a mistake and he escaped.
So basically, it's Little Flipper against Big Flipper, and usually, the bigger the better.
Well, they're all stars. They're all talk. But will they be all conquering? Hey, let the wars begin!
From Bramford, Ipswich, Chaos 2.
The CO2 flipper is one of the most powerful we've ever seen. It's now improved at 20 miles an hour. Chaos is quicker than the cheese. It's 16 kilos lighter, and they could be in trouble if their opponents get in and underneath them. In their first seeds in the Extreme All-Stars, look at the power of the flipper against Exterminator once and twice. On the attack, full frontal. The slam. Exterminator had no answer.
From Landport, Wheelie Big Cheese.
This is the biggest titanium flipper in Robot Wars. Can throw a car. They say the wheels are spiked. They were beaten in the first round heat in the third Wars by Chaos 2, and they want revenge. This is how they beat Dietor in their first round heat of the Extreme All-Stars. The flipper is so powerful, it actually turns Wheelie Big Cheese over.
Roboteers, stand by.
Chaos 2, the reigning British robot champion, with George Francis, Ian Swan and his son Richard, the teammates. And Wheelie Big Cheese, another superb competitor. It's Roger Plant's creation. Big Murray Wharf with him there. Just to make things spicier, we've thrown in two house robots, Dead Metal with the pincer and the saw, and alongside him, Shunt with the diamond-edged axe, the scoop, and the great pushing power. This should be a thriller. Immediately Chaos 2, bumping underneath Wheelie Big Cheese. Goes for another run, Chaos 2, to try and get in under Wheelie Big Cheese. Simply bounces away. The ground clearance of Chaos 2, 0.01 of a centimetre, very low, but Wheelie Big Cheese needs to get on the attack, try and get in underneath, and at the moment, it's Chaos 2 and George Francis, the reigning British champions, won the last two series of Robot Wars, in the main event, doing all the attacking work here. Again, just tossing Wheelie Big Cheese up in the air. I think that's easy to do. The cheese weighs 99 kilograms. Just think about that. It's 1 metre 32 long. It's nearly a metre wide. It's huge. And in come the house robots now. Shunt and Dead Metal. pushing away. The hydraulically powered lifting flipper again opens and closes. Wheelie Big Cheese like a great bird's beak. Chaos 2 underneath that beak. For me, George Francis is on top in this battle. The Cheese backing away. See the studs, the spikes on the wheels there to give extra traction, but you can't get traction if you're being thrown through the air rod you plant. Now they can nudge back on Chaos 2. Close encounters of the robot kind. This is tight, isn't it? But I think so far Chaos 2 are on top. The place in the All-Star semi-finals at stake, and we're into the last 10 seconds, so it could well go to a judge's decision. They'll decide on style control, damage and aggression any second now. It'll go to the judges. Competitive, but I thought they were both a little nervy.
A very inconclusive fight. We're going to have to ask the judges on that one. Well, they're making up their minds. Let's have a look at the highlights of that battle.
Well, Chaos 2 are certainly the early aggressors, but they didn't cause great damage. Wheelie Big Cheese, very solid, bouncing down, backing on to Chaos 2. Not great style and control there then, nor from Chaos. Opened itself up for an attack. Chaos 2 the more aggressive. That might just swing it. Might.
And the judges have made their decision. It's unanimous. They've gone for the two-time British champions, Chaos 2! Well, I thought you were trying to get him out in the arena, but you just seemed too heavy.
Yeah, gas belt was getting a bit cold as well.
Was it?
So losing a little bit of power, but came back towards the end.
Well, they must hate you. You fought them before and beat them, beat them before, haven't you?
Beaten them now, yeah.
So is it all going to plan so far?
So far, so good, yeah.
All that power has got you through to the All-Stars semi-final. Raise the roof for Chaos 2!
Chaos 2 through to the All-Star semi-final. Next up, Firestorm and Wild Thing. The wedges this time.
You know, the All-Stars tournament was open to only the most aggressive robots. And tonight, we're getting down to those few with the grit, skill, and naked power to make it through. Hey, do you want to see some more? No, do you want to see some more? Well, what are we waiting for? Come on!
Firestorm appear to be doing absolutely nothing. Are you that confident, team?
Oh, yeah, it'll be no problem.
Now, the robots appear to be quite similar. You've got a flipper, but they've got a weapon. Do you think that might hold you back?
Not at all, although they look quite similar. Firestorm is miles ahead.
Miles ahead, you say? Have you got a message for the opposition?
Certainly have. We're Firestorm, and you're going to burn.
This is Isabel from the Wild Thing team. How confident are you about this? Because the robots are pretty similar.
We're quite confident, but because we've got the self-righting arm, that makes their flipper pointless. And
exactly.
Also, we have the custom blade, so if we go at them with that, then we've got a big plus point on the weapon front.
Exactly. The question is, can Wild Thing do their thing?
From Durham, Firestorm 3.
They beat Panic Attack to reach this Extreme All-Stars quarter-final with the effective flipping arm, has primary and secondary motors, is just the faster at 12 miles an hour, but will the Storm blow itself out here? Key here in the first round heat was getting in underneath Panic Attack despite the new protective skirts. Then, the Welsh robot couldn't self-right when pressed against the arena side wall. Wild Thing, though, says they will be able to self-right. We'll wait and see.
From Ash in Hampshire, Wild Thing.
We haven't seen the best from the new giant cutting disc, certainly not 6,000 RPM, which they boast. Electric twin motors make this a fast wedge with its own shriek. This is how it got past Dominator 2 in the first round heat of the All-Stars competition. This was very, very competitive. That's the great spinning disc, and it caused real damage to Dominator's tyres. It went to a judge's decision. The Wild Thing was on top and justifiably went through to this stage. Firestorm team, Graham Bone at the controls, Alex Mordew and Hazel Heslop there as well. And Wild Thing, the Adams family. Luda, Nick Adams, daughter Isabel, son Jake.